Hello, my name is Patricia Holmes and I'm your Photoshop instructor, and we are beginning on Chapter 2. So with Photoshop open, make sure you open up Photoshop first. You're going to go File, Open, and you're going to choose the Start TIFF photo. This is an old vintage photo, and what we're going to do is we are going to edit this photo, but what we're actually doing is we're learning Photoshop. So the very first thing the author is going to have us do is save this as some other name than the original, and we are being told to name it Chapter 2 Working, so O2 Working. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. We're going to hit OK. And, oh, actually, I'm sorry, we need to save it as a Photoshop file. So Photoshop, so come over here and go way to the top to Photoshop. So the PSD is representing a Photoshop work in progress. So we're going to hit save. Now, what we're going to do immediately is we're going to crop this tool. So we're going to come over here to the toolbar. I'm going to choose crop, and you're going to see immediately the option panel changes. So the author is having us type in a preset 7 inches by 7 inches by 200. I already did it, but let me show you how you're going to do this. You're going to hit size and resolution, and what you're going to do is you're going to hit custom right here, and you're going to choose 7 inches, then height 7 inches, resolution 200. You're going to hit OK. What that gives you guys is that it's going to give you in your preset area a custom size. So go ahead and do that. Then what you're going to see is you're going to see a grid surrounding the photo. And what we're going to do is we're going to straighten it before we crop it. So click the straighten icon, take your mouse, and you're almost following the very top of this photo. So we're going to draw a straight line by holding the mouse down. We're following the top of this. We're going to let go. Photoshop is going to straighten it. Now the author wants us to crop it, so go ahead and drag your crop window in a little bit like this, and the author also wants us to take out that white trim. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to press the return key, and this is going to actually, it's going to crop it when you hit return. And then I'm going to hit another icon, another tool to deselect it. Okay, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this photo, and I'm going to go into Windows. I'm going to make sure my layer panel is open. So here is my photo that we're working on, and the author wants us to go ahead and change some of the, make some color adjustments to this vintage photo. So the author is asking us to go into Window, Adjustments, and we're going to see a small little window pop up. And the third icon on the top here is Curves. Click Curves. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're on default here. And we're going to click the third icon right here, and we're going to get a sample of the white in the dress. So this is going to, click on a sample, and you're going to see instantly the photo changes. Next, the author wants us to take a look at click on the levels in the adjustment layer. We're going to take a look at the levels right here. And what you need to understand is that the level histogram in the property panel displays the range of dark and light. So dark is going to be over here to the far left, and lighter is going to be on the right. So the author is asking us to type in a couple values here. So 15 here. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to type in 15. And the other one is going to be 0.90. So we're going to come over here, and I'm going to make this a 9. So thus making it 0.90. So we're all happy with that. If for any reason you can't see this after you click one of them, simply go back into Window and make sure that the adjustment window is chosen, and that way you can see these. Okay, so after we change a couple of the adjustments using the adjustment panel, what we're going to do is we're going to use the Healing Spot brush. I love this one. So we're going to go ahead and close all this out. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to close this out. We're going to come back to the original photo, and we're going to use the healing spot, or the spot healing brush. So if you're following me, guys, I'm on top of page 49, and we're pretty well zoomed in here. And what we're going to do is, in the tool panel, we're going to select the brush, which we did, and we're going to make sure in the options that the brush is at a size of about approximately 25. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, there. And the hardness is going to be at 100%, which it already is. Make sure content aware is selected in the option bar. So we're going to come over here and we're going to make sure that content aware is selected right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the brush and we're going to brush down from the top of the crease. And you're going to see initially a dark spot. But what the software is doing is taking all the pixels and it's taking a look at what's normal and it's going to fill it in here. So I'm going to take the brush, I'm just going to brush it down and I'm going to release it and see how it healed that. God, I mean, I'm serious. I wish I could do this to some of the wrinkles or some of the blemishes I see in photos. I wish we could take these photos and make it a reality, like, really improve our complexion, for example. Anyway, ignore my humor. So after you clean this photo up a little bit, you're going to save your work. You're going to hit Command S or File Save and make sure you retain all of your adjustments. Okay, so that concludes the exercise for now. Thanks for listening.